I tell myself every year that I'm going to write about our season when it ends so I don't forget anything. Well, that never does happen, but luckily, I have a decent memory. So I decided that I'm going to see what my team remembers from this year and even past years for a few. So here we go. Madison, do you remember when I first started coaching cross country and sent you a letter asking you to at least try the sport? As if I was going to take no for an answer anyway. Thanks for musing me. Madison, you have been on 2 conference champion teams and have not only improved your times, but your running form. But you have also become such a great leader. I've appreciated you so much. This year was a tough one, but I am so proud of you for not giving up and trying your hardest. Also, I will not ever be able to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody without thinking of you. Madison, your award this year is tougher than dirt. Alicia, do you remember when you wanted to quit the first season you were out? I am so glad that you did not. It has been a blast watching you improve so much over the last 2 years. I am so happy you are part of the team that brought home a conference champion title. And how about this season when you were 1 place off from medaling at conference? I will sure miss you, just not your evil glares while you're running. This year, you are my most improved runner and also received an award for angry eyes. Ethan, do you remember our bet? I told him last summer that if he beat me on the first day of practice, he could quit. Needless to say, I never saw him run that fast again all season. Well, except for maybe districts. Thanks for not quitting. Ethan, your award this year is faster than your coach. Congratulations. Daniel, do you remember when you first started cross country and you could barely run a few miles and now you can run 6 with ease? Your dedication to this sport has always been admirable. Thanks for giving 100%. You are my most dedicated runner this season. Archer, do you remember when cross country first started and you would never talk? Honestly, you guys were all pretty quiet. But by the end of this season, I could not get you to stop talking and just run. Also, I don't ever think I'll forget when you fell asleep on the bus with your eyes open. I literally thought you were dead. This year, your award is Chatty Cathy. It was another great season had by all. I love watching my team improve as the season goes on. We had a lot of laughs, like when Ethan had to direct me out of the Atkinson golf course parking lot. The kids thought for sure I was going to hit something or someone, and we had a few tears. I think they may have been tears of joy when the season was over, but regardless, they were tears. Thank you all for such a great season, and I look forward to the 2020 season.
Hi there. The 2019 football season was very memorable. I would like to start off our presentation tonight by thanking the people that helped make it possible. Our athletic directors, Mr. Grint and Mr. Sheets. Our secretaries, Mrs. Meeks, Mrs. Allen, Mrs. Dowse, and Mrs. Smith. Thank you for all you do. I'd like to thank our custodial help, Tim Clayton, Jim Starr, and Lowell Paulson. I'd like to thank the parents for all the meals and all the support they gave us during the year. And I'd like to thank anyone else that helped make this season successful in any way that you may help whatsoever. Our season definitely had some highs, lows, and then highs again. We started off the season with a big win over Anselmo Myrna. It was nice to beat a conference rival and start the season on top. But after that, we went through a skid, a 4-game losing skid, and it was tough. We struggled, but we found a way to fight and improve, and we're rewarded with 3 regular season wins at the end of the season, where we qualified for the state playoffs. During the state playoffs, we managed to win two games. We had a big win over Axtell. We beat another conference rival, Mullen, and we lost in the state quarterfinals to the eventual state runner-up, Pleasanton, in a closely played, contested game. I think the thing that I will always remember about this team is the improvement they made during the season. When things got tough, instead of pointing fingers, they banded together, we got better, we fixed our problems, and we were rewarded with 5 straight wins towards the end of the season. It was a great accomplishment, and I always will remember this team for that. They showed more improvement than any other team I've coached in the last 30 years. I'd like to recognize these players for their involvement and awards during the season. Receiving participation are Tristan Olson, Rusty Oxford, Miles Putnam, Garrett Schneider, Keegan Stroll, Damian Hill, and Kirsten Schellebarger. I know that it's hard just to get a letter of participation, but we do appreciate what you did for our team, and we're looking forward to seeing how you can help us next year and the improvements you'll make. Receiving letters were Slate McKeel, Dakota Esman, Cade Bardoff, Nolan Osborne, Gage Techmeyer, Sean Quant, Weston Renicky, Dean Schroeder, Quaid Young, Lathan Collins, Colby Coons, Cooper Coons, Bryce Lamb, Ben Moore, and Rafe Rupert. Players who received all district awards: Colby Coons, first team running back and punter. Cooper Coons, first team defensive back. Bryce Lamb, first team offensive end. Rafe Rupert, first team offensive line. Quaid Young, first team linebacker. Sean Quant, second team offensive line. Lathan Collins, second team defensive back. And Weston Renicky, honorable mention, offensive line. Earning academic All-State awards were Quaid Young and Rafe Rupert. Congratulations. Receiving All-State awards were Quaid Young at linebacker, Colby Coons at punter. Those were awarded by the Omaha World Herald and Lincoln Journal-Star. Congratulations to you two. Colby Coons also entered the Bobby Mills 1,000 Yard Club as he rushed for 1,020 yards this year. Congratulations. We had 2 school records broken this year. Quaid Young broke the record for tackles in the game with 31 against Riverside, and tackles in the season with 202. Congratulations, Quaid. I'd like to also recognize Coach Rupert this time. Coach Rupert is retiring from his administration job and coaching job here at Sargent and Loup County High School for the Twin Loup Wolves. Coach Rupert has been coaching for 49 years. That's quite an accomplishment. We appreciate what you've done for us and what you've done for hundreds of young men during your coaching career. Congratulations, job well done. You'll be missed. Thank you very much. I'd also like to say thank you to the seniors. For the players that have been with me for 4 years, you ended your high school career with a 32-13 record. You ended up with 4 state qualifying state playoff appearances. You were part of a state runner-up team, a team that was rated 4th in state, and then this year where we went to the state quarterfinals. Congratulations on a job well done. You will be missed, and we wish you the best of luck in the future. To the new players, or to next year's team, we're excited for what's up and coming. I hope this situation clears up, and if it does, it appears the first practice will begin in 93 days. And so it's time to start getting ready. It's time to start thinking about that and getting yourself prepared for next fall. I'm excited for what happens, and I can't wait to get out and see you guys in person and start our summer weight program. I hope we can do it soon. We'll keep you posted. Thank you very much, and congratulations to this team. You did a great job. We are very proud of you, and I am very proud of you for what you've done. Good job.
Okay, I am here to talk about the 2019 volleyball season, and I'm used to making videos for little kids, so this one could be interesting. I really think COVID-19 knew I was going to have a lot to say at this athletic banquet, and that's why it decided to come here and now. So I'm going to do my best to keep this short and sweet, but you're going to fast forward it to the volleyball section anyway to watch it, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, first of all, I need to thank administration for letting me come back and coach for another year. I also need to thank the parents. Thank you for coming to every game and supporting your child. I need to thank my assistant coaches, Coach Wurst and Coach Schaefer, for helping me out this year. I hope they learned a lot from me, but I also learned a lot from them as well. I need to thank my student managers, Cassidy Grint, Carson Vinson, Cooper Keefe, and Kinley Keefe for not only videoing, but also keeping stats and handing water out when it needed. I also need to thank my bookkeeper, Courtney Welniak, and also my libero tracker, Patty Krumel. The other thing is I have to thank our student section. You have no idea how important that was to some of our games, and you guys brought it and you rocked it, and so with that I am humbly grateful, so thank you very much. I also need to thank my family because it took a lot to be away. Not only that, I had a senior daughter, and I owe her a lot, but she knew how much that this meant to me, and she said it was okay to do, so I also need to thank her. Okay, so this year, our JV went 6-7, and our C team was 0-6, but they improved with every game. Each game they got better and better and better, and that's what that is about, is getting better. So kudos to you guys. From all the games that I watched, everybody improved. You set goals and you made them. Nice job. The varsity, our record was 18-14 this year. That is 32 games. We haven't played 32 games for a very, 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 very long time. So 32 games was a lot to play this year. Our team motto this year was better together, and that is exactly what we were. We were better together as a team, especially having 7 seniors and playing with 10 people. It's hard to play with 10 people, and we made it work, and they did a nice job understanding what their role was in practice as well as on the floor. We also added taking the road less traveled this year because we wanted to go places that we hadn't been in a long time. So, the beginning of the season, I had Bailey and Brianna make this huge sign of the state of Nebraska, and I wanted on that who we were playing, when we were playing, and if it was a win or a loss. And we hung it in the locker room. We also talked about setting goals. And we first of all started setting goals just as individuals, and we put sticky notes up in the locker room. And when they met their goal, they got to move it over to the other side. And by the end of the season, we had a whole bunch of sticky notes on the right side, which is those were the goals that were met. Then, towards the end, we decided to do some team goals. And that also was important, and I think they learned a lot from that as well. When we did things as a team, it was so interesting. They would set a team goal as, okay, we are only going to miss 3 serves. And they would only miss 2. It was always 1 under whatever they set the goal at. The other thing is we had several accomplishments this year that we haven't done in a while as well. So we placed 3rd at the Seven Valleys tournament. We placed 4th at the Brady tournament. We were the 2019 MNAC runner-ups. It had been a long time since we had actually made it out of the first round of the MNAC, and to come back and be a runner-up, that says something about the grit of this team and how hard that they worked. A lot of people did not expect us to be in that championship game, and we were. That was one of my goals, is that at the beginning of the season, I thought, you know, that's a goal I want to have. We are going to work towards this, and that's how far that we made it. We made it to that championship game. And, you know, we lost to a very good South Loup team. It's not that we didn't play well, we did. It's just one of those things that I'd like to have that game back again. I think we learned a lot from it, but we have nothing to hang our heads about being runner-up. We had 6 team members make the MNAC All-Conference, and it's been a long time since Twin Loup Volleyball has been more than just one or just made honorable mention. So to have 6 team members, that says a lot, and that everybody else noticed how hard you work too. The other thing is we were also the 2019 D2 district final runner-up. That was a great game against Garden County. We were one of the very few teams in the final, district final, that went 5 sets. And so again, I hope they learned a lot from that game, and you younger kids, it made you hungry for what's coming up for next year. I hope it left something to say, oh my goodness, we can do this again. Seniors, you have left a legacy. You have started something, and I want this to continue. We had several make the Grand Island Independent All-Area Team Leaderboard, which is in the Grand Island area from Class A to Class D. We had several that are on that, and I will get to that later. From what I understand, from the seniors, from when they were in junior high all the way through, this is their first winning season. So that is huge. I am so super proud of them, and these girls, they worked hard, they knew what they wanted, and they went after it. We also had 11 Twin Loup season and career records broken this year, and I will also go through that. I do need to recognize some people. We had several people have over 100 kills this year in a single season, and that was Shaylee with 173, Andrea with 172, Kaylee Krumel with 120, and Emma Hart with 119. So again, that's a starting point. Nice job making over 100 kills in a single season this year. Just to show you how good our passing was, our setters, Macy and Hope, set 2,006 balls. And out of those 2,006 balls, they only had 80 errors. So that is a setting accuracy of 97%. And that just shows you how good our passing was this year. B, at the end of the year, she was passing with 94%. And I have no idea that if you have a libero in the back and you served her every time and she is passing with 94% accuracy, why do you serve it to her? But they did. Hey, that was on them, and she could pass anything that she could get her hands on. So not only that, B also joins the 1,000 Club because she passed over 1,000 balls in her digging career as a Twin Loup Wolf. Some games that I have to say that were probably most memorable for me as a coach is probably playing in Selma Myrna, no matter where we played them. It didn't matter how big the gym was or how low the ceiling was. We still beat them. And so that was kind of our rival this year. The other thing is it was nice, even though we didn't win the game, but man, the match that we played with Burwell, we beat them 25-9. I think we showed them what we were made of with that as well. Some other things, some games I'd like to forget is I'd like to get the last 2 games back from Arcadia, Loup City, and SEM the first time we played them. Those are 2 games that I definitely think that if we could have back, I think we would have played a little bit better. But looking back on it now, it really set us up for districts. And so in hindsight, it probably worked out the best because then we came out and played SEM in the first round of districts, and we played very well against them, and they had no idea what they were up against. So I would say out of that, those were 2 probably pretty good ones. And then, you know, making it to that championship game and, you know, watching the girls and see how far they've come. That meant a lot to me this season. And then to hear other coaches say, you have got to be the most improved team in the MNAC this year. I mean, we went from 6-21 to 18-14 and playing in the championship conference. So to hear that from other people was really nice to hear. Radio stations were very complimentary to us. They had saw how hard that we have worked and what we had done. The other thing is these 7 seniors worked really hard this year, and it helped, you know, playing last year to see exactly what they wanted to be. So Brianna, I've never in my coaching career have seen a libero like her. She really took on the position, and I am super proud of what she did. She was first team MNAC All-Conference. She was All-State Honorable Mention for the Omaha World Herald. She was the Grand Island All-Area Leader. She was second in digs. She set the Twin Loop season top 5 record, being first in digs in a season with 539. She is the Twin Loop career digs leaderboard honor, being second in digs with 1,057, and is now a member of the 1,000 Club. She was the season dig leader this season in 2019 with 539, and she was also the 2019 serve receive leader with passing 639 balls. Shelby Keith, she's a junior. She had a serving percentage of 100%, and I am sorry, that's hard to do. We put her in some games, and she went in and served, and she got the ball over, so she was the only one this season with a 100% serving. Hope Otten, she was MNAC All-Conference Honorable Mention, All-State Honorable Mention, Omaha World Herald, Grand Island Independent All-Area Leader, 17th in serving percentage. She also made the season, Twin Loop season set assist record board, being 4th in set assist with 317. She also made the Twin Loop career set assist record board, being 3rd in set assist with 554. And she also made the Twin Loop career digs top 5, being 5th in digs with 587. She was also the 2019 season set assist leader with 317. Kaylee Krumel. Kaylee, wow. Man, did she come a long way in 1 year. I wish I had her for another year. But man, I'm super proud of what she accomplished and what she did, especially in a year's time. She was the NCPA Academic All-State for volleyball. She was second team MNAC All-Conference, All-State Honorable Mention for the World Herald. She was the Grand Island Independent All-Area Leaders Volleyball, first in ace blocks, and that is all classes in that area, first in ace blocks. She set the Twin Loop season. She made the record board, being 3rd in ace blocks with 116 this year. She was on the Twin Loop career ace blocks honor boards, being 4th in ace blocks with 153. I am also giving her one of the most improved varsity players this year. She did a great job, especially coming off her junior season, and where she ended up, people couldn't believe. I will never forget the look on the South Loop coach's face when she blocked the Salad Girl the first 3 balls. She had no idea. And Atkins came up to me after the game and said, "Where in the world did that girl come from?" And I said, "Well, we've had her all year long. Her timing's just getting great." And they knew to avoid her the next time that we came around. So that was kind of nice to hear. Let's see. She also set the 2019 ace block record with 116 this year for the season. And she also had a hitting percentage of 213. So that was also the highest for the this team this year. Macy Brown. Macy is one of the few. She is a 4-year letter woman. She lettered from her freshman to her senior year, so congratulations. That doesn't get done very often anymore. She was also the NCPA All-Academic State for volleyball. She was the MNAC All-Conference Honorable Mention. She also was in the Grand Island Independent All-Area Leaders Board. She was 16th in ace serves. She set a Twin Loop career set assist. She is 4th in set assist with 477. She also set a Twin Loop career ace serves top 5 honors board, being 3rd in ace serves with 142. She also is a Twin Loop career points scored leader, top 5. She is 5th in points with scoring 298 points in her career. She is also a Twin Loop career digs top 5 honors board. She is 4th in digs with 675. And she was the 2019 season most points scored with 98. And also the 2019 season A-Serve leader with 50. Macy was also a great leader on the floor. It's hard to be that setter and be that quarterback, and especially running a 6'2". But let me tell you, she knew where to put the ball, and dynamite comes in small packages, and that's exactly what Macy was. So, before I go on, I do have to go back and talk about Hope Otten for a second, because that girl could hustle. That girl knew where the ball had to be, and her confidence as a senior this year was undeniable. She was calm and cool throughout all the games. I will never forget at Brady when she hurdled a teammate to get to a ball, and we still got the kill out of it. So that girl, she knew what she needed to do, and she gave 210% all the time. Let's see, Emma was a Grand Island Independent All-Area leader. She was 12th in ace blocks, and especially with Emma being off a year last year with her injury, she came back, and man, did she help the team. I look forward to seeing what she can do next year. Bailey Schneider. Bailey was a DS for us this year, and she was also the 2019 season leader, being a varsity player with 96.8% serving percentage. Sometimes it's hard to come off the bench and come in and pass, and Bailey did a very nice job with that. She's improved so much from last year. She wanted to get better. She knew what she had to do, and she did exactly that. So Bailey, I'm really impressed with the confidence that you gained this year, and I want you to believe that you can always do anything. Let's see, Tiara. Tiara impressed me a lot last year, and she has just grown from last year to this year. As a senior, she just grasped that DS position, and it's funny because I had a lot of DSs this year, and they were all really good, and they knew where to put the ball, and we just had to figure out where to put them all and how this was going to work. And Tiara was balls to the wall the whole entire time. It didn't matter if it was 10 foot away, 2 inches in front of her, she was going to go get that ball. So I think she enjoyed volleyball more than what she thought she was going to, but I'm really impressed with what she did. And like I said, she always knew what to do, and if it came to her, I knew we were going to be okay. And as a coach, that means a lot. Number 17, Andrea Maldonado. She was second team MNAC All-Conference. She was also All-State Honorable Mention for the World Herald. Andrea is another one that's come a long way. We call her T-Rex because she does everything from here. So next year, hopefully we get that figured out, and she's going to be an animal next year, and I can't wait to see where that takes us. Sydney Vinson. Sydney had one of the toughest jobs this year out of everybody on the team. I am sorry, because she came in and was a designated server. She came in and she knew what her job was, and it's hard coming off the bench cold, and you know your only job is to serve. And there were games, I am telling you, that she'd whip off like 2 or 3 aces and get us out of a hole, and she knew what that job was. And like I said, that is one of the toughest things. And especially where we, at the beginning of the season, we were moving some things around and not sure what we were going to do, but she knew what her job was, and she did it with a lot of grace. And as a coach, I am thoroughly grateful, and she is a team player, and I will never ever forget that, and I know it set an example for some of these younger kids. So Sydney, thank you very much. Shaylee Oxford was also a junior that played for us this year. She was MNAC All-Conference Honorable Mention. She was All-State Honorable Mention for the Omaha World Herald. I also gave her the Most Improved Varsity Player this year as well. She come a long way from last year, and man, towards the end of the season was Black Betty bringing it. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, during the Anselmo Myrna game and the SEM game, I didn't care what she did, but if I knew the ball was getting in her hands, it was going to be a kill. She'd look at me and I'd go, whoo! And that's exactly what she was. She was bringing it. She was being a monster out on the floor, and her teammates were supporting her, and they knew that if they got her the ball, she was going to get a kill. So again, I can't wait to see what happens with these juniors for next year. She also was the kill leader this year with 172. She just ousted Andrea out because Andrea had 172. Most improved JV player, as coaches, we got together and we decided that that was Karina Kitt. Karina was also on varsity, and when she went in, she went multiple places. She is such a well-rounded player. It didn't matter if I put her in at setter, if I put her into serve, if I put her in as an outside or a middle, and she improved so much. And the same thing on the JV, and she showed her leadership. So she got the most improved JV. And we also have a most improved C team, and that was Janessa Kettleborough. Janessa came a long way. Her confidence grew from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, and she started swinging really well out of the middle and blocking, so congratulations to you as well. We also had 2 freshmen that were on varsity, Elsie and Alexis. They really push each other. They push the varsity in some aspects, and so I look forward to see what they are going to bring for us next year too. With that being said, like I said, I need to thank my assistants, Coach Schaefer and Coach Wurst. I'm sure you all have heard, but they're both leaving me, so I guess you are stuck with me for another year. I wish them the very best. I know Coach Wurst is going to Burwell to be the varsity coach, and Coach Schaefer is going to Medicine Valley. I want to wish them the most. I've enjoyed working with them. Underclassmen, I hope you learned a lot from these seniors. They had a lot to show you. They did it with grace. They did it with great leadership, and I hope that you can take this momentum and it drives into us for the 2020 or the 2020 year, because the way I look at it, we've got unfinished business. And look out 2020, because here comes the volleyball Wolfpack. We are back and we are going to bring it. And not knowing what the summer is going to be, I sent out a document. You best be working out until we can figure out where this is going, but our future looks bright. And I appreciate the chance to get to work with you guys again, and we're gonna work harder, we're gonna get better, and we're gonna go places that we've never been. So, with that being said, thank you, seniors, thank you. You're going to be missed. Very close to my heart this year. You guys were one of the best senior groups, especially with 7 of you that I've ever worked with, and I feel for you because this time is so out of whack and chaotic. I have my own senior at home, and I know what she's going through, so I can't imagine what all of you are going through. If you guys ever need anything, I'm happy to help you. And until next year, go Wolves!
Hey everybody. I'm going to start off with a recap for girls basketball this season. This is a recap that I shared with the yearbook staffs, and I thought I would just read it for this presentation. The 1919-1920 season may not have had as many wins as we'd hoped for, but it was still a success and certainly filled with some great memories. We had some exciting games, tied or broke a couple of records, and had a lot of fun along the way. The varsity girls ended up 4-14 on the season. Things started out rough, opening with powerhouse South Loup. However, the girls didn't get discouraged, and they continued to work hard every day with the goal of playing their best basketball by sub-districts. Going into sub-district play, the Lady Wolves were number 3 seed, and they faced the number 2 seed, SEM. The girls battled with the Mustangs for 4 quarters, and then with 4.7 seconds left, Tiara Mahler would step up to the line and sink a pair of clutch free throws to tie the score 32-32. What happened next can only be described as heartbreaking. SEM would inbound the ball and pass it to half court for a last second heave, nothing but net. Despite the devastating 32-35 loss, the girls gave their fans a lot to cheer for and can be extremely proud of how they played. The JV finished their season with a record of 6-7. These girls played very hard, they learned a lot, and showed a lot of progress throughout the year. We graduate 6 seniors, but we return a number of talented underclassmen. The future looks bright for the Lady Wolves basketball program. We coaches want to thank the girls for their hard work this season. We look forward to continuing to work with the underclassmen and watching them grow as basketball players and young women. We also want to wish Tiara, Hope, Macy, Sydney, Alicia, and Kirsten the absolute best of luck with their futures. Remember, seniors, wherever you go in life, you're always going to be a twin loop wolf. We did tie or break some records this year. One record that was tied was 3-pointers made in a game, and Karina Kitt tied that record by making 4. Catherine Folkers also tied a record. She had 7 block shots in one game. And then we established a record, or broke a record, of 3-point field goal percentage in a game when we played Chambers Wheeler Central this year. The girls were 8 for 11 behind the arc, which was 73%. The next thing I guess I would like to do is give out some awards and announce some awards. I'll start off with Academic All-State. We had 2 Academic All-Staters this year. They were seniors Macy Brown and Hope Otten. Our team captains this year were Tiara Mahler, Hope Otten, Macy Brown, and Sydney Vincent. The varsity letter winners this year included Hope Otten, Macy Brown, Tiara Mahler, Sydney Vincent, Alicia Tolman, Abigail Lewis, Abby Allen, Shelby Keith, Karina Kitt, Alexis Mahler, Tara Horkey, Catherine Folkers, Elsie Otten, and Riley Barron. We had one player who made the MNAC All-Conference this year. She was honorable mention, and that was senior Tiara Mahler. And the next thing I want to get into is going to be the trophies. I had the girls vote for postseason awards, and these awards come along with a trophy. It looks something like this. And I will start off with the junior varsity awards. For junior varsity, we voted for an offensive most valuable player. There was a number of girls that received votes. Those that received votes were Riley Barron, Alexis Mahler, and Elsie Otten. The offensive most valuable player award goes to Alexis Mahler. For defensive most valuable player for the junior varsity, those that received votes were Abby Allen, Elsie Otten, Catherine Folkers, Riley Barron, Shelby Keith, and Alexis Mahler. And the individual who won the defensive MVP award for the junior varsity this year is Elsie Otten. For the Hustle Award, those that received votes for the junior varsity Hustle Award: Elsie Otten, Alexis Mahler, Abby Allen, Tara Horkey, and Shelby Keith. And the individual who won the junior varsity Hustle Award this year is Elsie Otten. For the junior varsity most improved, those that received votes this year: Shelby Keith, Alicia Tolman, Elsie Otten, Alexis Mahler, Catherine Folkers, Abby Allen, Abby, and Shasta Hanley. And the individual who won the junior varsity most improved award is Catherine Folkers. For the varsity offensive MVP, those that received votes included Tiara, Karina, Hope, and Macy. And this year's varsity offensive MVP award goes to Tiara Mahler. The varsity defensive MVP award, those that received votes were Abigail Lewis, Hope Otten, Tiara Mahler, and the individual who won the defensive MVP award for varsity was Hope Otten. For the Hustle Award, those receiving votes for varsity: Macy Brown, Hope Otten, and Tiara Mahler. And the individual who wins the Varsity Hustle Award is Hope Otten. And for Varsity Most Improved, individuals receiving votes were Catherine Folkers, Sydney Vincent, Karina Kitt, Tiara Mahler, Alexis Mahler, Elsie Otten, and Abigail Lewis. And the individual who wins the Varsity Most Improved Award is Sydney Vincent. The next award is the Rookie of the Year Award. This goes to a newcomer, mostly freshmen, but sometimes you get new players that are upperclassmen as well. Those that received votes for the Rookie of the Year were Elsie Otten, Catherine Folkers, Alexis Mahler, Tara Horkey, and Riley Barron. And the individual who wins the Rookie of the Year award is Elsie Otten. And then the final award is the Wolfpack Attitude Award. Those receiving votes for this award were Tara Horkey, Alicia Tolman, Hope Otten, Shelby Keith, Macy Brown, Abigail Lewis, and Shasta Hanley. And the individual who wins the Wolfpack Attitude Award is Hope Otten. To wrap things up, I just want to give a special thanks to a group of people. Mr. Grint and Mr. Sheets, our athletic directors, for organizing all the games, hiring officials, lining everything up. I also want to thank all those individuals who took time to drive the bus and getting us from to our road games safely, getting us home and back, or getting us there and back. All the folks that kept the book this year, that ran the clock, those individuals that reffed our JV and sub-varsity games, our janitors for keeping our gyms looking good for the games. And then I also want to give a special thanks to Coach Kitt and Coach Meeks and Reagan Rookie Muller for keeping things running smoothly through the season. I appreciate all the hard work that all those folks did to help our basketball season be successful. Thanks.
All right, so for boys basketball this season, we were fortunate to have 6 boys that went out and stayed with us the whole time. We were really proud of their efforts. The boys practiced hard, and I think one thing Coach Barron and I really enjoyed about the boys basketball team this year is they really grew together in a sense where they enjoyed having fun with one another. Obviously, we didn't win a ton of games, but they really enjoyed being around one another. This is a group that didn't make a lot of excuses, really none at all. They just really went out, tried to compete, and we tried to learn as much as we could in the year, and I thought they did a really good job with that. The 6 boys we had a part of the team were also all letter winners, so those would be Lathan Collins, a senior. We also had Weston Ranke, who's a junior, Daniel Folkers, another junior, Damian Hill, a junior. We had Tori Dockweiler, who was a sophomore. We had Rusty Oxford, who was our lone freshman this year. So all six boys, they lettered this year, played a lot of minutes, got to see a lot of the floor, so that was good. Lathan Collins was all MNAC honorable mention. Was really definitely our leader this year, on the court and off the court. So really appreciated Lathan for his efforts. Again, just really proud of this group that they stuck it out and battled in a really tough basketball conference, playing against some teams that were very, very skilled, and it would have been really easy for any one of these 6 to say that they were done and that they weren't having any fun and they wanted to be finished, but they really took on a competitive spirit, and they stayed all the way and finished it all the way to the end. So very proud of this group, and wish them the best as they move into next year.
Hello everyone, I hope this video is finding you healthy and well. I know this isn't how I wanted the athletic banquet to go. I miss you all. I'd rather see you all in person, but we got to do what we got to do with this. So I'll talk more at the end. We're going to go ahead and just get started. I made a PowerPoint that we're going to go through real quick. So here's our Twin Loop Wrestling team for the 2019-2020 season. Down at state, we finished as the 7th place team. So this is Twin Loop's first top 10 finish. And we had a really good season that we're going to talk more about here. So next slide, here's our individual records. I'm going to go through and just name everyone. So our coaches, Sage Gideon, Rocky Coons, Tony Bai, had 2 great student managers this year, Keaton Dowse and CJ Quant. They helped a lot. On the team, we had Tristan Olson, freshman, Keegan Stroll, who is a sophomore, Nolan Osborne, who is a sophomore, Ethan Kipp, sophomore, Dean Schroeder, junior, Lane McBride, sophomore, Sean Quant, junior, Archer Grant, sophomore, Slate McKeel, freshman, Cooper Coons, senior, Colby Coons, senior, Allie McKeel, she's a junior, Cade Bodorf, sophomore, Garrett Schneider's a freshman, and Nakota Essman, also a freshman. So we had a very big team this year, and that was awesome to have. Next, we're going to go into a few awards. We have our NSWCA Academic All-State. The NSWCA is the Nebraska Schools Wrestling Coaches Association. Allie McKeel was Academic All-State. And then along with her, Cooper Coons, Sean Quant, and Colby Coons were Academic Honorable Mention. Congratulations to them. Also, the NSAA does an Academic All-State as well. And the 2 recipients for that were Dean Schroeder and Nolan Osborne. So congratulations to those. This was a very tough decisions here, but team captains, our 2 seniors, Colby and Cooper, along with being team captains, you're probably most likely going to be team MVPs, and the team MVPs were selected based off of our top 4 scorers on the season. So our MVPs are Colby Coons, Cooper Coons, Nolan Osborne, and Ethan Diesel Kitt. Congratulations to those 4. Most improved is also, it was a very tough decision, but I narrowed it down to 2. Most improved on this season was Keegan Stroll. Very proud of that kid. Glad he went out for wrestling this year, and he enjoyed it a lot, and we enjoyed having him. Next is Cade Bodorf. From last year to the end of this year, Cade improved so much. He was wrestling a little lighter last year, bumped up, was wrestling 152, 160, 170. I think he wrestled all 3 of those weight classes. So really excited to see what Cade and Keegan both do next year. Everyone improved throughout the year. That's why I said it was hard to narrow it down to 2. But proud of them all. Everyone improved. All right, so we're on records broken this season. Every single record we had was either broken or tied. Fantastic season. So we'll start with wins in a season. The old record was 41. The new record holder is Colby Coons with 47. Nolan Osborne and Cooper Coons both also had 46 wins on this season. That's a lot. So they all 3 broke that, but Colby's the holder with 47. Also in a career, Colby Coons now has 164 career wins, and that number will probably stand for a while, but it's awesome career. All right, pins, 23 was the old record. Nolan Osborne now has the new record with 33 in a season. Colby Coons also had 32 this year, and Ethan Kipp had 23. So Nolan Osborne is our new pin record holder in a season. Colby Coons has the pin record for a career with 97. Near fall points scored. Old record was 38. Cooper Coons scored 46 near fall points, or was given 46 different near fall points. Colby Coons had 44, very close there. Cooper Coons has our new near fall record. Colby Coons has the career record with 121 given near falls. Takedowns, the old record was 72. Colby Coons 86 takedowns this season. Cooper Coons had 77. Both of them broke that record, but Colby has it with 86 now. Career record, Colby Coons 279. Reversal 2s in a season. Nolan Osborne 25 reversals this year. Slate McKeel also had 22. Nolan Osborne's our record holder for reversal 2. Sean Quant holds our career record for 47 reversal 2s in a career. Sean has another year or two, so that number will be bumped up. Escape, 1 point escape. Cooper Coons tied. I believe J.W. Schroeder and Colby Coons also have 33 escapes, so Cooper's up there with those, tied with those two for 33 in a season. Colby Coons has the career record with 84 escapes in a career. Match points scored this season, Cooper Coons scored 325 match points. Colby scored 314. That record was 255. In a career, Colby Coons has scored over 1,000 match points. So I had all those records printed off. All of them were broken this year. Whenever you get back into the gym, all those are hanging up on the board. Tim was nice enough to get up there and do those for me. We got them printed off, and they're hanging up there. So take a look at them when you get a chance. All right, so top 5 wins in the season, all time for Twin Loop wrestlers. Colby Coons is first with 47, Nolan 46, Cooper 46, and those were all 3 from this year. And then Colby has the 4th and 5th with 41 wins in 2018 and 40 wins in 2019. All-time top 5 wins in a career. Colby Coons has 164. Like I said, I think that number will stand for a while. You don't see many people have over 100 wins in their career, so 164 is a fantastic number. That's going to be tough to beat. Second is Zach Olson has 88 wins. In his career, J.D. Meeks is third with 80 wins. Cooper Coons is fourth with 77 wins, and J.W. Schroeder is fifth with 70 wins. So there's pretty cool to see where everyone that has wrestled for Twin Loop kind of stands with everyone else. So that's pretty cool to look at. All right, next, as a team, last season we didn't break over 100 points in a tournament. This season we started our first 3 tournaments with 113 points, 140, and 140. And that 140 mark is the highest we scored this year. And compared to last year, man, that's awesome. And I give credit to all the camps we went to. We went to the Gothenburg Legend Camp. Brett Hunter from Chadron State came and put on a camp for us, and I think that helped us get started right away. So that was awesome. We also didn't finish outside of top 10 in a tournament all year, which was awesome. I think our lowest place was 7th at the Burwell Invite, and then we got 7th at state. So our lowest placing all year at any tournament was 7th, which was awesome. We were MNAC conference champions, scored 118 points, beat Mullen. That was fun. Then kept it rolling next week, scored over 100 points at the district tournament, and got 4th as a team. So that was awesome. Our dual record, we ended 4-3 on the season. Had some close, tough losses that we wish we could have back, but ended the season with a winning dual record. All right, next up, I want to congratulate Allie McKeel. She had an undefeated season. This is the first year that they kind of gave just a sample go around with having a girls state championship, and Allie went down and went 3-0, beat all of her opponents significantly, pinned them or either tech fault them. So I just want to give a shout out to Allie McKeel. Congratulations. She had an undefeated season, and she ended her year with being the 152-pound state champion. So congratulations to her. I hope they get this girls wrestling figured out to where it gets passed, and we'll see them down at the state tournament with us. I think that'd be awesome, and I think it's headed in that direction. And with her being a senior next year, I hope that passes, and I hope she gets a chance to do that. Very proud of her. She's an amazing girl. Wish her all the best luck and all the success in the world. So very hard worker. Congratulations, Allie McKeel. She's your 152-pound girls state champion, and she had an undefeated season. Next, I want to talk about our state qualifiers real quick. And man, our district we were in, I knew it was going to be tough, but I knew if we wrestled well, we could get 4 or 5 or 6, or even we had a chance to qualify 7 wrestlers. And we ended up qualifying 5, but it was no easy task whatsoever. First off, I want to start with Nolan Osborne, our 106-pounder. He got 4th place, and I think he was the 8th seed. It was tough. He had the number 1 ranked. He had 4 or 5 ranked wrestlers in his bracket. He defeated the number 6 ranked wrestler, and then defeated the number 4 rated wrestler to get into his 3rd and 4th place match. super proud of that kid. Set himself up very well at state there. So Ethan Kipp, he's a sophomore, his second time qualifying. He got 4th place and fell just short of receiving 3rd, and got beat by the number 6 rated wrestler. Ethan also had a very, very great state tournament. Had 3 wins, one match away from getting a medal. He's just a sophomore. I'm really looking forward to see what he accomplishes next year. Archer Grant, he defeated the number 6 rated wrestler to punch his ticket. In his medals match, he avenged a quarterfinals loss. So a kid he had lost to, he beat him in for 3rd and 4th, and he got 3rd at state, at districts, which qualified him for state. And that is his first time. He's also young. He's a sophomore, so looking forward to see what he does. Now down to our 2 seniors. Cooper Coons received 3rd place, had a tough semifinals match, kind of got caught. But also in his 3rd and 4th place match, he defeated the number 2 rated wrestler 12-4. Beat him very well. Cooper's tough competitor. He's not going to back down from anyone, and I knew he'd have a very good chance at state with that attitude he has. So congrats to Cooper. Colby, 2-time district champ now. Defeated the number 2 wrestler in his finals match, beat him 13-3. With the season Colby was having, I knew he'd have a very, very good chance at state if he just kept wrestling how he was wrestling and he stayed mentally tough. I knew he was going to have a very good shot down at state. So congratulations to our 5 state qualifiers. Here's our medalists. Like I said, Nolan Osborne set himself up really well, defeating 2 rated wrestlers that didn't even get to make it to the state tournament. Wrestled super tough, made it to the state semifinals, and not a lot of people get to say they made it to the state semifinals, and Nolan did it as a sophomore. So congratulations to Nolan. He ended up 5th place down at state. Cooper Coons, in my opinion, 145 was the toughest bracket down at state in Class D, and I think if they re-wrestled it, I think everyone on the podium would kind of be in a different spot. Cooper is just a warrior. He wrestled so tough, and I can't imagine the pain that he goes through, but he pushes through and perseveres every single time, and it gave him a spot on the podium. So Cooper ended in 3rd place. Super proud of him. Everyone that was on the podium, fun fact, Cooper had beat either this year or last year, so that was pretty cool. Colby Coons ended his season as a state champion, state runner-up the past 2 years. And as soon as I saw him run out of that tunnel this year, and he came over to Rocky and I and gave us a high five, I knew he was ready to go right then and there, and finished the season with a pin in the state finals. And not many people have a career like Colby had. So congratulations to him. Ended as a state champion. Proud of all you guys. So all right, let's go to our next slide. I want to do a senior shout out to our 2 seniors. Man, these 2 have went through all 4 years at Twin Loop. I know it's been kind of a new program, so these are actually the second 2 that have went through the program all 4 years. Last year, JD Meeks was the first one to wrestle as Twin Loop for all 4 years, and Colby and Cooper the next 4. So, man, these 2 have really kind of set the tone and really pushed our team to new heights. I can't say enough about them. Just 2 great kids, 2 great competitors. They push themselves every single day, and that's going to get them far in life with whatever they do. Colby Coons ended his career as a 4-time state qualifier, 2-time state runner-up, and then he was a state champion this year. His senior season record was 47-1, and his career record was 164-16. Quite the career right there for Colby Coons. Cooper, man, pushed through. I know had a tough freshman and sophomore year, but got stronger, got mentally stronger. I feel like we did everything we could to help him get through this and set him up for success in his senior year. Man, he turned it on and pushed through and had quite the season this year. So Cooper ended his career as a 2-time state qualifier. State 3rd place this year, fell just short last year. Had a senior season of a 46-5, and then a career record of 77-15. Telling you, if this kid, his freshman and sophomore year, was full strength, he'd had quite the career too. But I mean, he had a great career and worked with what he had. So can't say enough about these two and what they've done for this program. It's just awesome to see. I can't thank those two enough. Also, with these two, with this COVID-19 going on, they were both selected to participate in the NSWCA All-Star Senior Duel this summer. And man, I wish this wasn't going on, because that's quite the accomplishment. And I wanted to see them both wrestle again one more time. But they both get certificates to say that they were awarded to be on the team. Just goes to show another thing about those two. They were selected as the top two in their weight class, basically, to wrestle in this all-star duel as a senior. So that's really cool, and that says a lot about those guys. So congratulations to you two on being selected for the senior all-star duel. I know it stinks that we can't wrestle at it, but still quite the accomplishment. Congratulations, you two. All right, next we're at thank yous now. So to my coaches, Rocky and Tony, gonna miss you guys a lot. Can't say thank you enough. You've helped me so much throughout these past 2 seasons. These pictures show a lot of emotion and heart and intensity that we brought throughout the entire year, and a lot of fun and a lot of good memories. So can't say thank you to those two enough. Still going to be in touch with you guys a lot. Going to miss you guys a lot. Going to miss coaching with you, sitting side by side, helping these young men accomplish what they dream about. So thank you again to those two. You guys deserve a lot of credit too, so thank you. Next is parents and fans, and also for photography, Jan Osborne, thank you so much. Lissy Kip also took some pictures throughout the year, and then also my dad. But Jan's captured some awesome pictures here of our fans, and we had an awesome fan group throughout our state, and not even state, just throughout the whole year. We had a really fun season, and I know a lot of other people not from just hometown were cheering for us too. So can't say enough about our fans and our parents. Thank you guys so much. Really supported us throughout the whole year, and thanks parents for getting everything ready for districts, for state. Can't say enough about you guys. Definitely gonna miss that crowd and miss the connection I had with all of you. So all right, guys, we're back on here. Had to get on a different computer. Mine wasn't working very well with the volume and audio for some reason, but I just have a few videos here I want to share with you real quick. This first video, I'm not sure if I was supposed to share it, but I had to. It's too good not to. Really just goes to show our fan support and our parent support, and just the pure emotion during Colby's state finals match. I'm a fan, was thankful enough to record our crowd, and I think it shows a lot. So I just wanted to share it with you guys here. See if it works.
Loup, a 4-time qualifier, 2-time medalist. Bring a 3-time qualifier, 2-time medalist, and 2-time national champion.
Once again, thank you to the fans, and gotta love wrestling moms. All right, so for these next few videos, we're just gonna watch Colby's state finals match. I'm able to throw it in here because it didn't last very long. My brother was luckily enough to be able to send these to me through Snapchat. So if you hear any background noise or any screaming, it's him. So all right, here we go. We're just gonna watch these real quick.
Stoltenberg again looking to make it 3 in a row.
That's Stoltenberg, like you said, going to work quickly, and he's kind of leading the crop up there in Class B as a two-time returning state champ. So he's got 4 losses on the year, but 2 of those are to Max Mayfield, arguably one of the best wrestlers in the state this year.
And there he is, Colby Coons, wearing the shoes of Zach Palmer, wins a state title.
Let's go!
And that season dedicated to Zach, and Colby Coons has his first state title.
Oh, that's fantastic. That gave me chills right there.
Congratulations to Colby Coons. I'm sure it's exciting for Zach as well.
Meanwhile, Stoltenberg racking up near fall.
Wearing the gold in Class D 152 from Twin Loup, Colby Coons.
Just want to say congratulations again to Colby. I know you worked your whole life for this, bud, and you can finally say you're a state champion, and not only a state champion, but Twin Loup Wrestling first ever state champion. So congratulations on a great career. All right, guys, just want to finish off with some closing comments. I just want to first off say thank you to everyone, my assistant coaches, my athletes, my students, the teaching staff, and Sargent, the community of Taylor. I just can't thank you all enough for giving me the opportunity that I had. And not only that, but making it a great one. It was a great experience, and I can't say thank you enough. I'm gonna miss each and every one of you. So with that being said, to the team, we've learned a lot together in these past few years. I challenge you to think back on some of those memories and some of those lessons that we've learned together, and really hold on to them and never forget them. But I do challenge you to continue to grow through this COVID-19 time. It's really going to be up to you right now to keep yourself in shape and make sure that you are ready to go and not falling behind for this next season, because who knows how much longer this will go. But I just challenge you to continue to push yourself and continue to grow. And I think this season showed that hard work is rewarded with success. And I know a lot of people that'll vouch for that. So just keep grinding, keep working, and success will find its way to you. All right, so to the seniors, next year seniors, Sean, Dean, and Allie, I challenge you 3 to really be leaders and captains of this group. Continue to push each other. To the juniors, you guys got a good group, and you can really help push this team to new heights next year. I'm really looking forward to see what you guys do. That sophomore group that'll be juniors. You got Cade, Nolan, Archer, Ethan, Keegan, and Lane. Really push each other. I'm really excited to see what you guys do next year. To the freshmen, we learned a lot this year. Garrett Schneider, really proud of you. Not just you, just everyone. And Slate McKeel probably had one of the best freshman seasons as a Twin Loop wrestler has had for this program. So super proud of you all. Tristan Olson, you too. Nakota, all you guys, really proud of you all. Next, once all this is over, I'm gonna make sure that we all get together one last time. I can't have this closure through a virtual athletic banquet. We're gonna get together one last time. We're gonna have some fun one last time. Whenever this is over, we're gonna go out to eat and at least just all hang out again. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm working on your guys' books. So hopefully to have those to you guys again soon. Last, I'm going to say this season is going to be hard to top. Not just from a success standpoint, but from a memory standpoint, and just all the memories we created in practice, in the van on the way and on the way back from tournaments, in the practice room. We had a lot of fun. But not only did we have a lot of fun, we worked very hard, and
Like I said, hard work's rewarded with success. And if you look right in front of me right now, we had a lot of success this year. So definitely going to be a tough group to forget about, and a group I won't forget about for a long time. So everyone has my phone number, my email. Always here for you guys if you ever need anything through the summer, through next season, whenever. I'm a text away, phone call away. Don't be afraid to reach out to me if you want to. And lastly, hope to see you all down at state next year. Go Wolves. Miss you guys.
Hi, I'd like to start off by thanking some people for the track season that we really weren't able to participate in, unfortunately. But I'd like to thank Mr. Grant, Mr. Sheets, and Mr. Rupert for their support from the administration. I'd like to thank the secretaries, Holly, Robin, Christy, and Kathy, for their extra work to help us. I'd also like to thank the assistant coaches, Mrs. Shada, Mrs. Kirby, Mr. Gideon, Mr. Huseman, and Mr. Rupert. We hate to see Mr. Huseman and Mr. Gideon leave. We wish them the best, and we congratulate Mr. Rupert on his retirement, but we would sure welcome him back if he'd like to help us next year. I'd also like to thank the spouses and the families of the coaches and of the kids for their support and helping us get everything done. And unfortunately this year we couldn't continue like we were hoping. I'd like to recognize last year's results at the state track meet. Jordan Dockweiler placed 8th in the shot put with a throw of 35 2 1/4. And I'm pleased to announce she's having a successful start to her career at UNK, and we're very happy for her in that endeavor. We wish her luck. Bryce Lamb placed 12th place last year with a vault of 12.6 in the pole vault. And Bryce, all I can say is I'm sorry this year didn't work out for you. I anticipated good results for you, and thank you to Mr. Gideon as well for his help in the pole vault. I'm just glad you seem to be doing well, but I am sorry for how the season worked out. The following people were out for track and will receive a letter under the circumstances. In the boys, we had Miles Putnam, Tristan Olson, Slate McKeel, Garrett Schneider, Archer Grant, Keegan Stroll, Nolan Osborne, Tori Dockweiler, Quade Young, Daniel Folkers, Christian Eckhoff, Bryce Lamb, Lathan Collins, Rafe Rupert, and Cooper Coons. And in the ladies, we had Elsie Otten, Alexis Mahler, Shasta Hanley, Brianna Ranke, Shaylee Oxford, Karina Kitt, Andrea Maldonado, Emma Hart, Abby Lewis, Hope Otten, Madison Guest, and Bailey Schneider. And if someone accidentally didn't get read off, my apologies, but I've double checked, but I sometimes don't read things right off the list. But I think that's everybody, and you will all receive a letter, and I hope that will motivate you to come out and give to the track program in years to come. This year receiving academic all-state in the ladies is Hope Otten and Bailey Schneider. And in the men's, we have Rafe Rupert and Bryce Lamb. Congratulations to those people and their success. Yes, I want to build for the future. At the same time, I have a element of sadness, if you will, because I didn't get this last chance with you seniors. And seniors, I want you to know that your work through the years was appreciated, and I was very much looking forward to this last hurrah with you that unfortunately didn't happen. I guess I just hope and pray that you continue to do well and that your health is well, and in the broad picture, that's the main thing. But I am sorry for how the season worked out for you, and just know that I missed working with you, and I wish you the very best. I hope that you'll look back at the process, the fun that we had working together to improve, and you can build on that in your future endeavors. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck, seniors and underclassmen. I hope and pray that you'll come out for track and we'll compete together and have a lot of fun. Upcoming 8th grade, I want you to join in and let's get this thing rolling again, and I'm excited for the future. So lastly, it's regretful that we had to have the season we had. And at the same time, I just am thankful that, to my knowledge, everyone's doing well. And let's look for the future, and good luck to you seniors, and thanks to the community and everybody involved, and let's just keep Twin Loop track going. Thank you.
Good evening. I get to award the Outstanding Senior Athlete of the Year for Loup County Schools. Annually, a senior boy and girl will be recognized the Outstanding Senior Athlete of the Year. To be considered for the award, a point system has been developed by the coaches and has been approved by the Loup County Board of Education. Senior boys and senior girls must accumulate a minimum of 40 points in their high school eligibility to be considered as candidates for this honor. Even so, on occasion, there may not be an outstanding athlete if minimum points are not achieved. It is my pleasure to announce the Outstanding Senior Athlete for Loup County Schools girl, Macy Brown. Congratulations, Macy. Loup County Outstanding Male Senior Athlete is Rafe Rupert. Congratulations, Rafe.
As I get ready to announce the 2019 and 20 George Koster Outstanding Athlete Award, I want to say thank you to all of our student athletes. They do a great job representing our programs and a great job representing Sargent Public Schools. The senior student receiving this award is selected using a point system that builds up over their years in high school. These points are based upon the number of years and number of sports they go out for each year, the number of times they've lettered in a varsity sport, if they were selected in any all-conference, all-district, or all-state teams. Also, for the times they've played in an all-state tournament or playoff game. Finally, we look at their loyalty, attitude, willingness to work, type of role model they are, and if they display good sportsmanship. The 2019-20 Outstanding Female Athlete is Hope Otten. Hope has participated in 3 sports every year throughout high school. She's lettered in track, basketball, and volleyball. In volleyball, she was named to All-Conference Honorable Mention and has been named to Honorable Mention All-State to the World Herald and Grand Island Independent All-Area Leader Team. She's also top 5 in several Twin Loop records. The Outstanding Male Athlete is Colby Coons. Colby is also lettered in 3 sports and has gone out for 3 sports almost every year. He's participated in the state track meet, state wrestling meet, and state football playoffs. In wrestling, Colby was a 2-time runner-up before receiving state champion honors this past year. In football, Colby has earned first-team district honors as a running back, punter, and was named to the Lincoln Journal-Star and Omaha World Herald All-State teams, as well as being a Bobby Mills 1,000-yard club. Congratulations to both athletes, and we wish them